everybody, how are you all doing today? I'm Notorious Blackheart and welcome back to some Genshin Impact. Thank you for the Fantastic Panda. Let's start off with a small little issue I'm having right now with my keyboard. So if it starts to become a major problem, I might end up cutting the stream short. But hopefully it shouldn't be that much of a big deal. No problem. Welcome over to the Switch side. My problem is that a few of my keys have merged. I don't know why that happened. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna try and open it up and clean this thing up from maybe there's something inside, some dirt or something that's causing the keys to merge. And that's what's causing the problem. I'm not entirely sure. If it's still causing problems, well, I'll hope that my backup that's stored away still works better than this. I might end up having to buy a new one. Then again, I've had this keyboard for quite some time. I bought a new one mainly because I didn't have the money. Even right now, I don't have that much money. If I buy a new one, it'll be a cheap one. Hey there, Kirito, how you doing? Fortunately, that key I use for diving isn't merged with anything. Alright, I forgot. We got the new one, which yeah, sure, let me, okay, there we go. I forgot this. Surprisingly, we didn't get the cutscene that time. Alright, I should try out, oh, hello. Limited time area exploration reward. Okay, so just simply exploring will get me 300. But doing apparently the new chapter is gonna actually get me. Oh, doing a world quest is gonna get me this, the last 100. Alright, and forgot new banner, new characters. Let's see. This Kitty is worthwhile. Honestly, I almost canceled the stream because of my keyboard, but after testing the game with it, only the escape button is gonna cause me small issues, but I rarely ever press it. A little lag there, don't like that.
We should take a break after all that running around.
The what of it did make this girl look lazy.
Bring it.
It's actually interesting, like decent mobility. Wait, what was that? Yeah, she's a sword user. Ooh. I actually like her. Wait a minute. Ooh. I actually like this a lot. Being able to just ride up walls? She does drain to that energy real fast.
Let's do
Ow. This is where she shines the most. But she requires a lot of energy to maintain that. Outside of Natron, that's gonna be very hard. What am I stuck on? See, I don't have any energy. Can't really get that energy outside of Natron, so maintaining that's very hard. So you just in a sec.
Hear the echoes of the valley.
Oh wait, did that heal? Yeah, that's healing.
Yes, you are.
It's probably decent for crystallize. Why did I have a sun drop in frame?
Letting brave names echo.
I do kind of like her. I don't think Jim will like her because of her low damage output. But she does seem to be able to use like self-feigned. And she does heal herself apparently.
Hear the echoes of the valley. Bring it.
They're hitting me, but my health is still full.
Letting brave names echo.
I do like her theme, yes.
Let the mountain's veins boil.
There was a few of them already dead. Good. Man, like no matter how much they hurt me, like, she can keep herself alive quite well. It's like she's a tank.
Bring it. Rain cutter. Boom. Letting brave names echo. Let the mountain's veins boil. Witness the power of Gua.
There we go. Using the key for this is not also merged. I might pull for her, honestly. She wasn't bad. I do like how much survivability she's got. Then the Shiori works well with anyone that generates geo constructs. Like Ning Wan, Shang Li, Geo Traveler. Albedo. I think there was one other legendary Geo construct, just don't remember who it was. Oh, it does concern me when we're after the same person. After all, this is Fu, and this is our turf, bounty hunter. And you grab your rust bucket there and fly away as you usually do. After all, I don't need to remind you there what happened last time, Boba. Yeah, Boba did get his ass handed to him by Fei Xiao. Let's see, did I get any shield construct? Yes, I got in one.
Give up. Your life is
First, I'm gonna use this first.
Scraps of code. Scatter.
I'm gonna take advantage of the first right there. This is actually pretty good. She can hold her own quite well, actually. This is a G I kind of will pull for the most, so she can hold her own a little better, actually.
Don't waste my time. You're toast. I'm going in. Delicate as silk.
Good for Crystallized too. Wait, what? She literally summoned a Ningguang when they used that ability. Either that or that key cell also merged. Then maybe you should go back and ask him what happened the last time he met with me. Tell him General Fei Xiao sent you. Unless he's too shy to tell his humiliating story of how I kinda tore his armor apart and he had to have it rebuilt. I wonder if he's still wearing those boxers with hearts on it. Oh, Dory, the greediest of the genies.
Surrendering will be gentle. Just like we rehearsed. Magic blast!
Most of the damage is coming from everyone else, not so much from Dory. I'm surprised not everyone's getting a trial again. Only 2 of the 3 4-stars. Go ahead and try to see what happens. Knights, take the Scotty here away. We'll deal with him later.
Enhanced animal models.
This.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Grant us your blessing. Flee.
It's not a bad DPS actually. And the keeper actually
Do your
catch.
worst.
She could be better. Like, not great, but it's not bad.
Swirl.
Rain black
March.
guy.
You're toast. I'm going in. We shall prevail.
New hunting. Feeling lucky today?
Flee. I'm getting sick of this game. Grant us your blessing. Do your worst.
Maybe if I try holding and see what that happens.
No more tricks up your
These.
sleeve.
You're exposed.
Oh, okay, so that's how that one works.
Animal hypostasis emulation. Everybody stand back. Hear my prayer. Ha, too easy. Ha, eat this. Ja.
Yeah, most of the damage is coming from someone else.
You're exposed. We shall prevail.
Not exactly her own damage.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
So, translation. Oh, consider yourself lucky I was holding back. I would have killed you with a single punch. Of course, holds him by with a by the feet with the tip of her fingers. Oh no, you're not. You still got answer to the fact that you attacked a general of the Shianso. I kind of have a feeling that she actually heals everyone else as well. I need to check something. I know I can see the details on this one as well. Before I decide who to pull for, let me... right, I have to deal with this problem. Oh! Did it not happen this time? Okay. Because that, my escape key is also merged, and somehow it did not... what it's merged with did not happen this time. Okay, here is Character Archive. I want you to see... this. Okay, first thing first, this. Let the rhythm of passion sound through such as high-speed combat, gear rushes, or based on defense. Ooh. So using this, he only gains 45 Night Souls points and enters a Night Soul Blessing state. In this state, she will shift to Blade Roller mode. Okay, what about this? No, I haven't pulled for her. I'm looking at her on the archive. I might try to pull for her because she seems to be quite a interesting tank, but I'm trying to understand something. Because she was auto healing. That's something I'm trying to understand. Which of these is it about? Maybe if I look at this here. Okay, here it is. Continuous healing coming from her burst. Does it say how long the constant healing lasts, or is this like once it's triggered, it just goes? It just goes constantly healing. That's increased defense. That's what I do like. Okay, so this is for active characters. So if I switch to someone else, that someone's gonna get constant healing. Oh, I like that. I actually like that. I did see that it was pretty good because even though she was getting hurt, she was still at full health like the entire time. That is pretty good. I'm gonna go for her. Alright, let me check something. I have some pre-emotions, but I don't think it's enough. How many do I have? 8. Let's do it. Let's do one pull. Let's get 2. I don't have any pity, but might as well try. $69k per tick. That is a pretty good healing. Childe. Oh, Candace.
Traveler from afar.
I didn't have her.
Nights in the desert are cruel. You should rest here tonight. Sleep soundly, and know that I am watching over you.
And I can really tell the shoddy censorship here. I'm pretty sure the Japanese version doesn't have these blue stings here. I don't know. And it's just got, I think, C1 or C2 Childe. I don't have any wishes here, right? No. Alright, so I'm gonna pull for her. Might as well set it to that. Okay, yeah, just notifying me that that has expired. This timer has reset. But I got nothing for that one. Since we'll for free by participating in Subserus. Oh. Okay, constellation here. Okay, yeah. C2 Childe. Increases her ability damage apparently. And here's this cutie. Looks like something's asking for another beating now. Maybe I should break that armor this time. Punch his body out of it like I did with poor little Boba. You are a polearm user. I'm gonna switch over to your polearm. I don't want to keep any 1 stars. I don't have any polearms left. I'm gonna have to craft a random polearm just to have something for our next polearm character. Fine, that helmet stays, but the rest comes off. We don't want you having those nifty little trinkets hidden in there. Don't think I don't remember how the others work. I don't know what sort of poem's gonna be used on good on her though. What does she scale on? On her HP. Wait, her damage scales on HP? Okay, very absorbs on that, which does eventually return. Yeah, hydro damage based on HP as well. She did give a bit of Spartan vibes, even though she's not supposed to be Spartan. She's from the desert. Not to mention this, kind of more of an Egyptian vibe. Another one with Emblem of Silver Fate. And Tennessi in the middle is? I know Tennessi's HP, but Emblem isn't. Emblem is energy recharge. So I'm with a full set because of the burst damage increase. And recharge of the additional recharge. Noble Soul Blight, Elemental Burst damage. Burns all party members. This one I get though, since she scales with HP. Why? I guess it helps you get her burst out faster. Why not the other one that goes with HP? And new Kakarot is better than Kachina for climbing, honestly. She's much faster. And she's an older version of her, pretty much. Whoa! She's got some moves! Hot damn! I didn't expect her to just breakdance when I put her on. Damn, she's got moves! She's so cute. Wait, I just noticed something. here. But I'm gonna run out of time before I even make it up. Where? Ah, there it is. Dirty. That's a twist. And did you forget where we are? In the face show, even kids are thousands of years old here. Plus, he's not that young. Oh, and he got mad, of course. But we're gonna have Boba pay the fee. He's not gonna be very happy when he sees how many series that's gonna have. Damn, that cost a little bit of lag, that.
Finally found it! Huh. So this is the entrance that leads to the synth production base. It sure doesn't seem out of the ordinary at all.
You don't want to just stand out.
Ah, you're right. An important place like this is bound to have a ton of protective measures and mechanisms.
I mean, I know it can control the elements and all, and everyone with visions can go into the waters of Fontaine just fine, but talking? Especially you, Paimon.
Probably arguing up a storm right now to stall for us.
I wonder, why are they giving us Candace for free? Why Candace of all characters? And why not a 5-star instead?
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of. However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their name. Is that right? In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorend, right? I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received. When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointing.
Hey! Don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case. This isn't the place for you to be looking for fights.
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House.
Given how she lost last time.
Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
No. That's not what I meant.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly, and we have made very little progress. In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again. The goal of this trial is to determine the culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man.
Huh? What's going on? Why is she interjecting again?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to provide the court with a key eyewitness. But that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court for your interjections.
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatrics? We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default, correct?
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules and procedures anyway, so I'll take you up on that offer. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia, who is the person you would like to charge instead?
That person is...
Combining the information regarding the garden egg and the investigation resulting as far, it can conclude that there's only one person who has a large number of garden eggs in his possession and runs a since business with Marcel.
Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières!
Huh? What confrérie? Never heard of them in my life.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister organization?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter. Committing to the charge also means taking on the legal responsibilities associated with it. And if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you may also be charged with the crime of making a false accusation. Knowing this, do you still wish to charge this man?
Yes, I do.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your places on the court. Members of the guards, please contact Mr. Marcel right away so that he may stand trial.
Retain him
Mr.
for
Marcel,
now.
you will
We'll
not
look into
require
him
an
after we're
attorney.
done with
Is that
little
correct?
Scotty.
Apologies. It all just happened so quickly. I still haven't figured out what's going on. I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived, Miss Navia, please present your charges.
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago, to the case of Callus the Unfaithful. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all the dots for the serial disappearances case.
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father? Come on, why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard the sound of a gun. If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect as well?
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now. The audience doesn't even have the big picture yet. Even I'm struggling to remember some details of that case.
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory about that case before I can explain my charge and reasoning.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
Oh no, another court.
On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières. During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead from a gunshot wound. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel. Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarand in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injuries. These are the known facts about the case.
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, Jacques still had no reason to pull the trigger. In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing all traces of him from the scene. Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. Of course, the guard's conclusion appeared quite sensible to us at the time. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea.
Okay, definitely not there. Here.
This assassin first shot Jacques, then turned to shoot Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead. A pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself. But now, it is clear that the clothes were proof that there was a third person at the scene, and that they were turned into water after committing the murder. Since it was raining that day, the culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice.
There. No. No, what am I missing? Has to be here then. Guess it had to be here then.
The testimony of the victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet. However, in the end he reconsidered, and instead shared everything with Callus, hoping to seek the latter's protection. Unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility, and had sent out another assassin. Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true version of events.
Okay. Good thing I can't lose this, fortunately.
Ah, so that's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess they didn't shoot each other after all.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence.
Ah, but I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Then, may I ask some questions? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine two things. One, do you have the evidence to back up your claims?
I'm afraid not. At least not at this very moment.
Boo! If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home!
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearances case, The guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time, regardless of age or gender.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction.
Go on.
Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Probably.
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the last trial.
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you described, then why didn't Mr. Callis explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have at least mounted a defense.
I've thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial disappearances case. My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice. What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the serial disappearances case.
What?
If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter and determine that we were in the right. But what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone? Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist. But by staying silent, we retain the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to grow and learn. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot, and restore my father's truth and honor back to him.
So, you mean to say, your father intended to die in the duelist's ring?
That's right.
Don't be that one time.
Do you have any proof?
Of course. All you need is to ask his opponent, Clarand. I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake. But since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice.
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callis was intending to die?
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives. In my line of work, I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Some were determined, others passionate, and some even manic and twisted. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live, or if they're looking to die. I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callis never intended to leave the ring alive.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions. It appears there really are good grounds to reopen this case.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
Right? What she said was fascinating, but kind of beside the point.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearances case?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of timing. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callis. As a result, They planned to act after hearing 2 gunshots. And at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being identified. The culprit could only time their actions so precisely if they were already at the scene. Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I still can't help but find it a little preposterous. I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child, Navia. It's one of your most endearing traits.
No need to appeal to pathos.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the only person present at both events? On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the place?
Know what she can say to that.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations, until I'm the only one left on the list. Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah well, let Uncle Marcel teach you another lesson. Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
I suppose you're gonna tell me anyways.
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain. In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in
Snezhnaya?
St.
That's
My
suspicious
business
already.
only thrived when I received Callus's patronage. But the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
I do apologize, Demoiselle. This was my mistake.
No, it's not your fault. I'm sure he had come prepared.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the serial disappearances? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time. Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish in your heart?
Seems like she got the wrong guy. At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he neared the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now? He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of dwelling only on your own feelings. Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into things, you'd have met most of his expectations.
This isn't just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth, while that same agency has long been taken from them. The people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice. Many people's images are flashing before my eyes. I'm sure some are coming to those of you in the audience as well. And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher?
Huh.
Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
Then why did you react?
I was waiting for you to say that.
He did react, so he does know this so-called Vacher. Oh, damn, what's causing the lag now? Huh? What is this? Okay. Looks like I'm going into a fight. Or a series of fights by the looks of it.
Power the desert python! Strike a pose! Fire hazard!
Any chests? Any loot? Not that I can see.
Whoa! The floor is going up! Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
Now that is loot. Small loot, but still loot. I am going to explore a little bit. Maybe there's more hidden around. Maybe. Or not.
Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
Probably underwater, most likely. Yep, right down there. No, nothing up there. Fortunately, this is here. Well, there seems to be a bit more about you that meets the eye, Maybe perhaps you can give me the answer to this current enigma. Oh,
The water level is rising. Now we can swim to the top.
So you
But
and I are
this is still a
related,
ways
but
away from where we
I
need to
don't
go.
have children. Never had a family. How is that? Oh, more fighting, I guess.
Settle down. The tides beckon.
Oh, more fighting.
Silence.
There we go. And no need to switch. Nuvula is just that good. This is way too advanced. For a world of just swords, polearms, and muskets. Anything else? No, no. Well, those are two very big Gardemex. I guess I was right on charging Marcel then, who was my first guess, being the richest guy pretty much. Well, then my first guess was actually the guard. He has access to Gardemex, but in the end he wasn't. Did you never bother to ask, little Boba?
Let my name echo in song.
Yeah.
Go to ship down.
Let the mighty be humble.
We have that burst ready. There we go. He never told you anything about who you truly are? Or why you have a tendency of losing control, perhaps?
After all that, we finally made it to the innermost sanctum. Though, as expected, the mastermind isn't here.
Taking he's being charged by Navi.
That's right. Then let's hurry up and find some evidence so we can get back to the Opera House and help Navia.
Oh, and he never tell you why? After all, you don't just listen to it just because. Oh, there's more to it than that, and I'm sure little Boba knows.
What's all this?
He's not
It's a bunch of
stupid
really
after
cute
all.
things. Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box.
There's a name too.
Oh, Paimon sees it too, but why are all these cute things labeled with different girls' names?
They belong to the victims.
You mean the girls from the serial disappearances? They were brought here? And then they were turned into water. And all the boxes of things. These names. That means... Oh, this is terrible.
I think the main name is gonna be by the lab. Or here. This looks like the primordial sea stuff.
Let's see what's written here. Nothing escapes Detective Paimon's eyes.
Are you sure about that?
Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an investigation report on him.
It's probably related to his and Jock's case.
Yep. It's about finding someone to assassinate Jacques and Callus because of a lack of confidence that Jacques himself would go through with it.
Yeah. This didn't remind me when I was young, my little grandchild. He suffered from the same problem as I do. Bloodlust.
This should prove the existence of the third
This is
person, right?
unfortunately genetic. There's something I got from the Borosens, if you know those big brute things, although I doubt it, they probably would have eaten you by now.
We still have not determined the exact content of the key information Callus has passed on to certain members of his organization. The old dog's a real menace to deal with. Even if he abides by the promise he's made to us, he will still have the upper hand. He can act whenever he wants to make our lives miserable. The only option left is to remove him from the picture entirely.
Oh, because I'm gonna train you.
I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. He won't declare war as long as we don't touch Navia. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups. Oh, they're all just so evil.
Paimon. It's a criminal organization. What did you expect?
Oh, look! There's an important-looking basin over here, and it's full of water.
Let's see the water from the primordial
That
sea.
means this is where they make all the synth, and that special water is the main ingredient. If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth, but the pure stuff can dissolve a human. Paimon will take notes on this incriminating evidence.
Guessing this is the last of it. Oh no, there's one more back there.
What's this over here? Looks like some kind of place for research. Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions on the primordial sea and use his theory as a foundation to achieve a breakthrough. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female specimens 22, 23, and 24 were dissolved.
Paimon! This is the first time I see Paimon like this.
Sorry, Traveler. Paimon will try her best. It's just that Paimon's never read something so scary before.
Oh, you're not wearing those stupid Jedi robes. You're wearing some, a certified Cloud Knight Apprentice uniform.
How can someone write something that terrible in such a matter-of-fact tone? You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going.
Goal of the research is to save his daughter, a woman called...
So that's why he did all of these experiments. Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane!
There's another name. Vache.
Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case.
No. He's a researcher.
You mean Vache is the one who did all of these... experiments?
Well, you're gonna have to learn how to control that loss as much as I did. He signed off a bunch of experiment reports. The voice I heard from the fountain was probably...
So that's it! Vache was no victim, but personally took his lover and... No, that's not it either! If that's the case, why would he want people to resurface from the water?
Nothing more meets the eye.
In any case, Paimon will write it all down.
We still need to find something that links to Marcel.
Whoa! There's so much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the waters of the primordial sea. Mixing in progress? Ready to drink? Stock sample? Huh. They've also got all the synth pretty clearly labeled. Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth?
There's definitely proof that this is our problem.
Yep, it's super obvious.
Did you know that a Borosan
We've
can
looked
bite
at almost
clean through
everything
it?
here, and it seems like our theories were spot
He
on.
won't last
But-
against any of those. And they're bound to go after you. All because of that bloodlust.
Yeah, we haven't found anything that reveals his true identity.
And because they see our kind as nothing more than slaves.
No wonder even Nervalette wasn't able to find anything. Whoever it is probably destroyed everything to do with that name a long time ago.
Oh, believe me, Wookiees are nothing more than a mere cup compared to those Borosan. Those things have destroyed countless worlds with little to no effort.
That way,
We're
even
the
if we
only
bring all
ones
this
that's
back
truly
to the
been able
opera,
to
we
oppose
won't be
them.
able to identify the true culprit.
Clever, but maybe not clever enough. Let's look again.
Sure thing. Paimon won't admit defeat to this guy either.
What are we looking for then? Am I really supposed to just go through all of it? Come on, why can I not? I cannot go that way. Examine. Oh, maybe we're looking for a picture. Wait. Maybe. Yes, of course, a woman's
You
belonging.
take that side, and Paimon will take this side.
Maybe
Check
there's a
everything
picture of us
carefully.
here.
We'll find something for sure. Ugh, nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks either.
Paimon, we're not looking for food, we're looking for evidence.
Whoa, really? What Paimon see? Vinier. Isn't that Vache's lover's name? Then you found her diary. Let's see. Aw, it's just a normal diary chronicling their love story. She was so sweet too. Oh, Paimon feels even worse for her now.
Look at this page.
So many! A whole page's worth! But they're all crossed out. Was she unhappy with all of them? The final name she decided on was Marcel.
Oh! So Marcel is Vache's
Wait,
son.
but Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for so long that he's Vache and Vinier's grown son?
Figure it out.
Hey! Paimon still hasn't figured it out yet.
This case is much older than you think.
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vache?
Huh.
Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
Then why did you react?
I was waiting for you to say that.
Navia! We're back!
As expected of my partner. I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
It's all right, Monsieur Nervalette. Given their confidence, I expect they've found the crucial evidence.
You say you've never heard of Vache. That diary's up
But
here.
the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vache.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair and we already know everything. After your lover, Vinier, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her back to you. You even created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vache.
So that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far. And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established.
This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense. Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong? You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention to the living people around you. So, you never noticed how we changed, or how we grew as individuals.
You also never understood Boss's real expectations for his daughter.
Or our determination to see things through.
Your determination.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial will move on to the next stage.
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this?
Yes.
Pay attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were laughing at me. They said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief. Vinier's death was brushed away by all of you as if it didn't matter at all. Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, it's too late now. All those who were dissolved are gone forever. You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice, your beloved drama, while turning a blind eye to the suffering of the people.
On that statement, I can agree with it. They turned a court case into theater.
Vinier is
so
dead.
wrong in so many ways.
Promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, I will follow. But I'm not from this blasted place. So I can't be dissolved. No matter what I do.
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve. Can't dissolve. Can't dissolve. Do you all see? I can't go. I can't follow. So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have but to try to bring her back? I did all of that, and in the end, that accursed Callus still got the better of me. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come near me! I still need to save Vinier. A promise. We made a promise. Vinier! Please, Vinier! Don't think badly of me. All I want to do is fulfill our promise.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the serial disappearances case. The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vache, and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vinier.
So it comes without me, no nothing but a little bit of tea.
During an underwater expedition, Vinier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea, and was dissolved in front of Vache as a result. Vache learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignier back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vache discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria, and began to manufacture and market synth. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rosula. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Vache decided to assassinate their president Callus at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vache expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vache attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vache's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court.
Me? I'm Captain Yan Qin, apprentice of General Jin Yuan. And you are?
Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all. The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vache.
I feel like they used that asset to make the tickets for Star Rail, because it's similar animation.
According to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vache is guilty.
Guards! Take Vache away.
Good. It's what he deserves.
With that, the serial disappearances case is over now.
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and well-spoken guy?
Yippee! We helped Navia bring the bad guy to justice! He's hurt so many innocent people and now he's finally getting what he deserves! Huh? Are you okay?
Demoiselle, you were absolutely brilliant.
The day our late boss had always hoped for has finally come. You can rest easy now, knowing justice has been served.
Yeah. Yeah. It's finally over. It's all thanks to you guys. And my partner.
She's gonna let you go anytime soon.
See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing well with me at the helm.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs have been righted, and it's a big ol' happy ending. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to attend to. So, if you'll excuse me...
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
What now? None of this has anything to do with me.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit stage left?
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
I'm sure the Fatui...
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, It has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection
If
to the
it
serial
matters
disappearances case.
bought some of that information for their own personal gain.
The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Tartaglia is guilty.
What?
What?
Hey, hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent? What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger?
Yeah, good point.
Do you think the Oratrice might have just convicted him on general principle?
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in this case, right?
What's going
the
on?
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is, by law, the final verdict of the court. We must accept the guilty verdict.
Why?
Guards, please take the suspect into custody per court protocol.
He's not gonna go very easily.
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
Oh!
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
He just one-shot a child! Holy shit! Damn! I knew he was a badass, but this? Damn!
Hey, Monsieur Novelette, what's going on? Shouldn't they have been cleared already?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, the Oratrice's judgment is the final verdict of the court. All I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
So no, the Chief of Justice says no. Then we have no choice but to ask the Archon herself.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it! I don't know what happened there either! Hey, stop staring at me!
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
She says she has no idea either, but that's impossible. Didn't she create the Oratrice herself?
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
My dearest citizens, did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Did you really believe that the judgment could be mistaken or be the result of some sort of random mishap? Don't tell me you thought even I had been blindsided by the Oratrice's result.
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what was going on.
It's just for an act to look good.
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Every everything that just took place, including my supposed shock and bafflement, was a part of an elaborate performance, with every action meant to stir up drama and excitement. And, of course, for every performance there is a script. Everything has unfolded exactly as I expected from the very beginning. As the embodiment of the very concept of justice, the Oratrice shall never render an arbitrary judgment!
Yes, Genshin is no pushover. After all, he has taken on a mighty dragon and probably the most dangerous assassin on the law, Fu, that even gives trouble to several Cloud Knights. The only one that's actually truly been able to kill that assassin is General Jin Yuan.
If you thought Childe had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance
I think it was
of
Jin Yuan.
innocence.
Oh, did Don also actually kill him? Well, quote unquote, because he's immortal. He just comes back to life without memories of certain events.
Everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, are beyond ordinary comprehension
Looks like you got a
and
long way to go.
completely unforgivable. All shall be revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble intentions, as well as the absolute correctness of the Oratrice's verdict. Now, having said that, although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance to end. As the lead actress, I shall be the first to take my leave. Toodaloo!
So she chose to make her escape after all, did she?
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock into what she just said?
She probably just put on that performance to save face. As for the truth, it's unlikely that she actually has any idea.
Right, way to put the rug on from under her.
However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised, if the judgment has been incorrect, we will do our utmost to clear his name.
Alright. Even though we feel pretty badly for him, we'll take your word for it for now. After all, he's done plenty of bad stuff, so he should have known he'd go to prison someday, right?
Yeah, that's true. Or death.
Oh, Monsieur Nervalet! That power you showed when you took him down. Who are you really?
I'm the Chief Justice of Fontaine, of course. If officers of the law lack the strength and capability to enforce it, then it makes a mockery of justice.
I guess you got a point, but still, not anybody's got that kind of strength. Again, lore-wise, he's technically a dragon, which it doesn't surprise me that a dragon would be able to one-shot that guy. I don't see Navia anywhere, so I can't really talk to her, unless she's on the way out. Hopefully she is, I cannot talk to her.
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
Marcel! What are you doing over here?
Stop resisting arrest! Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list.
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Maintenance! No scratching the
Thank you.
furnitures.
I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vacher? I erased all records of that name. So, unless...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Yes, I met her.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? How did you manage to do it?
It's around the fountain of Lucine. Something to do with my sensitivity to the hydro element.
The fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me all along. And I just never... Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request I'll ever make in my life. You can do whatever you want to me afterwards. I don't care.
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make requests like that?
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he wants when he's only done a ton of super terrible things?
This request, is it worth as much to you as your life?
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual needs? Very well. I will grant your request.
Your Honor, I fear that...
I will go with him. You do not need to worry about any escape.
In that case, I shall leave him in your most capable hands, Chief Justice.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. I know we still need to tell him the message from her of to forget about her. And now, where do you think you're going?
Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
But then I ran from the primordial sea and just it heightened my sensitivity to the hydro element.
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing. Didn't you just drink a lot of it on the stage as well? Oh, in that case...
Vache!
Ah!
Yes, that's it! So you heard it too!
Vinier, it's me! It's me, Vache!
Vache? Vache!
I'm here! I'm here! Where are you, Vinier? I'm coming for you. I'm finally here for you.
Hey, wait! Be careful! Hey, wait!
What's happening?
Vinier, is that you? It's me, Vache! Vinier!
Vache? Why did you come? Didn't I say? You don't need to look for me. You look a lot older than I remember. How long has it been?
It's been more than 20 years. I've suffered for over 20 years since the day you left. All this time, only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. Nothing else mattered to me. I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings like this?
Oh, you're just overthinking it. You really think his mentor, Genuine's gonna let this slide? See that up there? That giant spear coming down? Oh, that's his god of thunder. Oh, just sit back and enjoy the show. Here, I even brought popcorn. Oh, mittens, are you okay? Oh, you played a bug now. Again.
Vinier, you are my everything. I really don't know how I could live without you.
But Vache, if you ask me, this world would be better off without you.
What are you saying?
If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day. If not for you,
I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts, and my works would have been displayed in the Palais Mermonia itself. If not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. And she would not have grown old and died alone, with nothing but the tears on her cheeks. It's all because of your selfishness, Vache. It's all because of you.
You... Wait, you are not Vinier. Who are you?
You're right. I am not Vinier. I am the sacrifices. Every woman who died by your hand, as our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial sea. Our thoughts circulated endlessly within the primordial sea, and we were no longer individuals. But we became one, just as streams of water come together in the sea. I'm Cressy. I'm Lemony. I'm Azine. The only one I am not is Vinier.
Why? But then, where is Vinier?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her consciousness is avoiding you. This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do any and everything for her. But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? If she would despise you for what you became?
Good point.
You are a liar, a heartless murderer, and a cowardly narcissist. The only thing you are not is Vinier's beloved. From the moment your first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vinier's, she has had nothing but pure hatred for you.
Looks like I didn't meet Vinier, but back then either. They must have wanted me to lure Marcel here from the very beginning.
No! Yeah! She can't hate me. Let me see her, please! Have mercy!
You still don't understand. When I said don't look for me, that came from the real Vinier. She really doesn't want to see you anymore. But on top of that, she also said that because it's her final drop of pity for you. She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy to you.
Vache.
Vache? Vache. 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 Drown.
Yeah, guards find the culprit, serial disciplines. I cannot finish reading that.
Finally, we have some time to do shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been able to relax.
To be stressful in its own way, though.
Well met, partner. I knew something great was going to happen when I woke up in such a good mood today.
Even this weather can't put a damper on the demoiselle's mood.
Don't you have a parasol?
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Oh, hey, Navia! It's been a few days. Paimon's already started to miss you.
Oh, now that I believe. I'm easy to work with and always bring home the bacon. Who wouldn't treasure having a partner like me?
They might be doing a lot better now that people know the
Sounds
truth.
like you're really enjoying life these days, Navia. What have have you been busy with since the trial?
It's just been one thing after the other. I've been making non-stop trips between Poisson and the court since then. Everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial for my father. We never held a memorial when he first died, since everyone knew that even if we held one back then, no one was going to come. This time, though, everyone in Poisson, and even many people from the court, all attended.
So his name's definitely been cleared now. That's what we like to hear.
It's been the dearest wish of Demoiselle all along.
That blasted stubborn fool. I was right to put my faith in him. I'm so glad I didn't give up on the case all those years ago.
Things turned out as well as they could have.
Oh, by the way, I ran into Charlotte just after I left the memorial service. Well, maybe it'd be more accurate to say I knew she would be there, and there was no way she'd just let me go.
Huh? So you know Charlotte too? The Charlotte? Journalist from the Steambird?
Yeah, way back when I first became the president of the Spina di Rosula, she was all over me. Wouldn't take no for an answer. I believe the story was called The True Heart of Darkness, Secret Tales of the Yellow Rose. To be fair though, it was a really flattering feature. So, we've been on pretty good terms ever since.
Now, mittens! No scratching the chair. Here, let me give you some room.
She was trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an exclusive piece on the serial disappearances case.
Come on, get on.
Oh yeah, she told us about that. She's always been super interested in that case, so now her wish has finally come true too.
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering the opera
Excuse
house
me?
with the critical evidence, that you both sound really cool.
Mittens, come on. You're too close to the microphone.
Now that's another thing to look forward to. We trust Charlotte's skills with a pen for sure.
Oh, and in other news, I also took Clarande out for a meal.
Oh, are you two on better terms now?
While you were investigating Vachey's headquarters, Clarande gave testimony on my father's behalf. It was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted to thank her. I mean, there's also no point in being awkward all the time, so we took the chance to reconcile with each other.
Oh, that's great. Paimon also thought Clarande wasn't actually a bad person. It's always good to have more friends.
Oh, I'm not surprised. Glennis is Seychelles' little apprentice, although he does seem to still learn some discipline. After all, that was not his hunt.
Anyway, now that the case has finally been solved, perhaps it will slowly begin to fade from the public consciousness.
You may be afraid of him, but he's gonna be afraid of Seychelles once he gets back. She doesn't like when people stray too much and interfere with people's hunts.
Oh, actually, there's still one last thing I need to do.
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave and tell him the truth of what happened, as well as how it all ended. And on top of that, just how much people still look up to him to this
You're
day.
out there, kid. Pray she doesn't kill you.
That includes me, too.
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
We want to go too. We also think Callus is a really admirable person.
Sure thing. I'd like you two to share the moment with me. After all,
Mittens, you
without you,
really need to
there might
lay
not have been
down
such a
on
positive
my
ending.
armrest.
And in that case, everyone, let's be off. Considering the recent weather, we'll be lucky if we can reach Poisson before dark.
Yeah, you're right. It's been raining non-stop for a few days now.
Which is odd.
Huh. This is where my father's grave is. To be perfectly honest, even I haven't been back here for a long time.
Huh? There's someone there already. Wait. That figure. It can't be.
Is it Nuvi?
Isn't that Nervalette?
Yeah,
Why would the
Nervalette.
Chief Justice be here? Huh? Navia?
My apologies. I should have asked before coming to pay my respects.
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I was trying to say there's no need for you to apologize. I wanted to show my father how much I've grown, but still, I doubt I've grown to the point that even the Chief Justice would feel compelled to apologize to me over and over.
In that case, I will stop apologizing for now.
You really could use some pointers on understanding human emotions, Monsieur Nervalette. In any case, why did you come to Poisson?
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a question over and over in my head. Just what is justice anyway? There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to humans than life itself. Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things. That they could rebel against their own nature, or consider certain things to be more important than their own lives. Which is also why I didn't stop your father from beginning that fateful duel. I believed that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. That there was nothing, should have been nothing more important than one's own continued survival. But Mr. Callus proved me utterly and decisively wrong. If not for his sacrifice, the serial disappearances case would have remained unsolved to this day. Mr. Callus made the choice he did for his daughter, for his associates, and for many people completely unrelated to him. And in the end, from a certain perspective, one could say that he did it all for the sake of justice. A justice that's higher than life itself. So, you asked me why I came here.
Very philosophical.
I just
Very
wanted to
surprising.
say my apologies to Mr. Callus in person. I should have noticed all of this much sooner. This regret has filled me with a sadness that has haunted me for days.
And that's why it's still raining.
That high and mighty chair in the Opera Epiclese indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work and perseverance.
I'm sorry for being mad at you before. So, you're actually one of those types that's cold on the outside, but pretty thoughtful on the inside, huh? That reminds me of Silver, one of my guys.
Sorry about that. Self-expression is not one of my strong suits.
Didn't I just say you don't need to apologize?
So Navia and Nervalette seem to have made their peace as well. Let's not disturb them for now. We can wait till after they're done. Paimon's never paid respects at someone's grave before. Did Paimon do anything rude there? Huh? Oh, Paimon didn't know that was a thing. But Paimon doesn't know what she would do if she can't fly. Oh no. Paimon hopes Miss Navia won't be too mad.
She took it seriously.
Anyway, Nervalette is still standing around there. It's not often that we can catch him alone like this, so why don't we go talk to him for a bit? If we can't talk to Lady Farina, we can at least talk to him, right?
Sure, you can see she knows way more than the Archon herself. The Archon should be oh so full of herself.
Oh, it's you two. Did Miss Navia invite you to come pay your respects to her father?
Mm-hmm. We ran into Navia on the streets today, so we just followed her here.
I see, I see. Then is there something that I can help you with?
Now, what do you think you would do?
Well, it's pretty hard to run into you like this since you're usually super busy. So we figured we could try to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine, and it would be my pleasure to return the favor.
Let's see.
Your sibling, another blonde-haired traveler. I'm sorry, but I've never seen anyone who matches that description. If she ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure she followed our laws to the letter, and had no reason to appear on the stage of the opera Epiclese. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
Guess I can ask about pretty much anything. The prophecy.
That the sea levels will rise and everyone will be dissolved in water, leaving Farina crying alone on her throne, but the sins of the people will be finally washed away for good. Does that appropriately summarize the version you've heard?
That's right! It was Lenny that told us back then. And that about covers all the main points.
Well, given that we've already confiscated everything from little Scott, and he was just trying to escape out empty-handed just for his life, maybe didn't you bother to ask me, did you forget that we are family after all?
Yes, up to the present, I think we reached a point where we have no choice but to confront this prophecy directly.
If there's anyone who can keep up with me, that's General Genuine, and if he wanted to, he could kill you with just one move.
Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words the former Hydro Archon left to the world before she passed away.
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro Archon? Wow. This is the first time that we've ever heard of it.
2 parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea levels, and the ability of the people of Fontaine to be dissolved. We should be more vigilant, and stay on the watch for further signs. Speaking of the prophecy, Farina has also always taken it quite seriously. Indeed, she has been collecting information and intelligence from across Tevat for this purpose. If the rumors were true, then perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum left to Farina by her predecessor.
But with Farina being the way she is, can we really trust her to solve it?
No, you cannot trust her to solve it.
Is there anything else you'd like?
So, at court, the bad guys referred to that special water as water from the primordial sea, but what is it really?
Truthfully, that name is already quite accurate. I can only surmise that Vacher and his ilk only learned of its nature and existence after extensive research. There used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet. The nature of its seawater was rather different from that of the sea we know today. Most of Tevat's life forms were first born in that special sea. You could say it nurtured much of the life on this planet.
Oh?
Huh. So it really was where everything began. It makes sense to call it primordial then.
But today, the primordial sea no longer exists on the planet's surface. What Vache discovered must have been some kind of special case, or a remnant from a truly ancient age.
Huh. So that's how it is. Oh, you really know everything, Monsieur Neuvillette. But if that's the case, then why would people, at least people from Fontaine, dissolve in that kind of water?
Eh? What are you talking about?
Indeed. Why would the primordial sea,
What you looking
which
at
was
me,
known to
man?
engender and nurture life, suddenly reverse itself and devour life instead? To be frank, that also doesn't match my understanding of this world and its laws. There must still be some unknown secrets around the people of this land. Is there anything else you'd like?
Oh, I've just got child, not the last thing.
My apologies. My investigation has still not reached its conclusion. However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered arbitrarily.
Huh? But you also said you thought he was innocent.
For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case. As a divinely created mechanism, the people's unified faith in the concept of justice is integrated into it. Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses other traits, such as self-awareness. Which is all to say, I have been prepared for a situation like this for a long time.
Kid, I need to make a lot of purchases, so you might need to be a little bit more specific.
Huh. So when Lenny told us that he heard a human voice from the room where the Oratrice's core is stored...
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. Perhaps that could serve to prove my conjecture. I will add that to the list of items to investigate. In any case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does have a methodology all its own. We just do not have enough information. Based on Farina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. She managed to bluff her way through it, though. The time-tested twin tricks of bravado and drama. While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have to bide his time in the fortress of Meripede. If we did incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit, we will most certainly compensate him to the fullest extent allowed by the law.
If you ask Paimon, the only compensation he'll want is a no-holds-barred fight with you.
Is there anything else you'd
Most
like to
likely,
ask me
yeah.
about?
He'll want to go all out with him.
Very well. It was my honor to provide you with
After
what
getting
answers I
like
could.
one shot
I
like
very
that,
much enjoyed conversing with you.
he knows now that he's an even bigger shot than Clorand is.
It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind and return to Palais Memoria.
Oh, Laga, you should have said from the very beginning, you dumbass. Like I said, I do a lot of purchases. How the hell you expect me to remember one thing from a lot of things?
You
Always
really are
curious,
super
why
busy,
do you even
Monsieur
care?
Neuvillette. Paimon thought you only came here to pay your respects today because you had the day off.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off,
Mittens! No,
and
that's
so
a
justice
microphone.
must work around the clock as well. This is merely the nature of a justice's work.
All right, you've got a point. Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
Oh, that was the end of this chapter.
You know, we've been walking around for a while now. Why don't we go back to the Spina di Rosula base in the court of Fontaine and have a rest? Nadia said something about having a place ready for us there. didn't she?
Alright, but you look at how to ban this. Don't buy followers there, Sharilyn. Thank you for the follow, but no, I'm actually against the whole buying followers. I'm not gonna have a bunch of bots following me, and if anyone's gonna follow me, it's because they want to. Okay, wait. There's a challenge up there which I'm showing marked. These guys guarding anything? No, apparently not. But these guys are guarding something. Let's go get it. Well, it looks like a disappointment chest.
Settle down.
Strike a pose. Fuse is lit.
Go. Let's go. One switch here.
Splendid. The show begins.
Just healing everyone up. Yeah, judging by your unrefined antics, you're almost scared. Okay, you know, if you want to truly intimidate someone, you might want to age up a bit. Your childlike appearance isn't scaring anyone. As for what he said, I have no idea. I sold him. Where does this lead? Oh, another chest by the looks of it. Might as well grab it. Oh, something for you to use on me. I'm gonna have to find a thing to activate this. There's one way over there. I see the light one, but where's the dark one? Oh, there's one way up there as well. There's the dark one. No point in attacking him while holding this. Nothing's gonna happen.
Be sanctified.
He probably most likely stand because he can see Faye Shao right behind him making them signs.
Is it what you wish to find? Hopefully the excitement of opening a treasure chest has
Nobody
at least
wants to
made it
mess
a
with
worthwhile experience.
General Faye Shao. Oh. I must have already done this thing. Okay, let's go. Oh, damn it. Teleporter. Yep, oh, yeah, I missed that one.
Yep, there's the room, and it's empty and waiting for us as promised. Navia is such a good person.
Grab my Twitch drops real quick. Yeah, all my Genshin Twitch drops are already available. Anyone want to over on Twitch and plays Genshin Impact? Oh, well, you've been carrying some nice little goodies.
Now that the serial disappearances case has been solved, no one's going to come after us for anything. Even without Silver standing guard, we can just completely relax. Why don't we stay and rest up here for a while? Even machines in Fontaine need to stop and recharge now and then.
Hey, how about you go at your battlefield right after a long training session? I was already tired by the time I got there. Normally I'll be able to take on like 20 of those guys at my full strength. We pick some
Oh, come on! This place isn't that bad. Besides, how often do we get to stay in an actual base?
the truth, Paimon.
Oh, fine. Remember that detective story Paimon read before? Well, the author is about to release a new book, so Paimon wanted to buy it as soon as it came out and have a quiet place to read it.
Fair enough. Just don't spoil the ending for me this time.
Then it's agreed. Come on, let's get some sleep. We'll need to be up first thing in the morning to get in line and buy a copy.
Yeah, this is nothing.
Paimon didn't expect that style at all. Even though it's a detective novel, it's also like a social documentary. Oh, it's actually pretty good.
You just finished it.
No, Paimon just spends a bit more time sleeping than you, that's all.
Excuse me, but do you know if the Traveler and Paimon are lodging here?
Huh? Who are you? Paimon doesn't recall seeing you before. Wait, you're not here to give us trouble, are you?
A blonde traveler and a chatty little fairy. Whew, looks like I found the place. Good thing I asked the Spina di Rosula. Seems they sent me the right way.
Hey, what do you mean by chatty?
You are chatty, Paimon.
Talk too much. Most of the time, anyway.
How did you recognize it?
It's an honor to meet you both. I was sent from the Palais Mermonia. Monsieur Nourillet wishes to see you. It seems he has something important to discuss in person.
Nourillet? He wants to see us again already? Huh. We talked so much the last time we met. Has something happened since then?
I am not privy to the details. It would be best if you came to the Palais Mermonia and asked Monsieur Nourillet in person.
If you say so, but Paimon has a bad feeling about this.
I have a bad feeling about this
now
one
that I've
too.
delivered the message, I'll take my leave.
Thanks! We haven't left the room for a few days, so we'll head over once we've freshened up a bit.
What do you mean we haven't left in a few days? How long did it take us to read that book? Well, her. Is there an easy way out from here? Hang on. Anything hidden back here? No. Alright, it's a bit of a long climb. Let's just teleport. I get so easily distracted by those cuties. I still want to have a Melusine plushie. Melusines are just too adorable. Oh, there's a quest in here. Come on, can I actually go to this other room here? No.
Huh? Why were you just standing there? You daydreaming or thinking something over?
Yes, I did send someone to fetch you. But as for what I'd like to discuss next, well, I still have some reservations.
Given that we've already made the trip here, you should just tell us. Bet you need us to help you with something, right?
I do indeed have something I'd like to ask you to do. However, you should wait until after I tell you the details, then decide for yourselves whether you'd like to help or not. The situation is this. If I'm understanding you correctly, the Snezhnayan Harbinger known as the Knave has essentially requested a diplomatic meeting with you, correct? I heard that she was originally from Fontaine, but for her to suddenly arrive here and abruptly request such a meeting like this, I sincerely advise you to refuse her invitation outright. I'm sure you're aware that her purpose is most likely related to Childe's recent predicament. We convicted one of the Snezhnayan Harbingers in a court of law, but we have yet to provide any form of detailed report on the matter. This does indeed provide an opportunity for Snezhnaya to put pressure on us. I believe we should adopt an evasive stance until we can provide a proper explanation and have a preliminary plan on how to deal with the matter.
No, we shouldn't. I think we should agree to the meeting.
Oh.
Why?
Well, you see, we are the ones that owe an explanation. If we keep putting off the meeting, it could easily result in the problem escalating, right? It's like a fight between two friends. If they don't agree to see each other and talk in person, isn't it possible that the friendship could end entirely?
Though diplomatic relations between Fontaine and Snezhnaya could be considered as friendly, it is only superficially so. You wouldn't go so far as to say that our nations are friends, as you did in your example.
It was just an analogy. An analogy, okay?
Moreover, even if we were to talk in person, if we don't have sufficient information prepared, it is quite possible the result wouldn't be restored relations, but a complete falling out.
I don't think we should overthink those possibilities yet. Even if the logic of the divine is not immediately apparent, its wisdom will only be revealed with time. Besides, you'll be at the meeting. If any problems do pop up, you'll have no problem navigating them.
I must clarify that interacting and communicating with people outside of court is not my cup of tea. It seems you think too much of me. But more importantly, When did I agree to join the meeting with you?
Good point.
You mean you won't come? No, that won't do. I can't go to the meeting alone. You have to accompany me. I must take you with me.
Lady Farina, could there be something else regarding this matter that is being kept from me?
No, not at all. Look, I am the Hydro Archon of
Yes,
Fontaine,
you're hiding something.
Focalor, the god of justice who is loved and adored by many. So I only hope that justice will be served in this matter. Don't overthink it. I'll go find someone to arrange the meeting.
Oh, poor little Nuvi getting
Though it could
bothering.
officially be considered a diplomatic conference, I prefer to see our meeting today as an ordinary tea party.
Oh, hello there.
I assume you see it the same way, Miss Farina?
Arlahina, the knave. Horse of the 11 Fatui Harbingers. And a real badass. Comparable to that of
Lady
Nuvi.
Oh, yes, that's right. Just like you said, a tea party. I should thank you for providing the pastries. They look delectable. To make this tea party even more lively, I've invited someone else to join us today.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Monsieur Neuvillette. I was born in Fontaine, so naturally, there's no need to introduce the nation's revered Eudex to me.
Hello. The pleasure is also mine.
First, I would like to thank the two of you. I'm often away on business outside of Fontaine, and I'm told that the children of the House of the Hearth have been well taken care of by you.
She probably knows what the...
Oh, I'm not referring to when my children, Linny and Lynette, were falsely accused by you. Please don't misunderstand. The children of the House of the Hearth are often misunderstood. Perhaps due to the reputation of the Fatui.
Scared of her mind.
There's no getting around that. All I meant to say is that Fontaine has been stable in recent years. The people are well off and the children lead happy, fulfilled lives. That is something truly worth cherishing, and no one wishes to disrupt such peace.
Now then, you have come regarding the matter of Childe, correct?
Well, yes. It appears the ever-busy Eudex Neuvillette doesn't wish to waste time with diplomatic pleasantries, and hopes that we can get straight to the point of our talk. Yes, as you surmised, understanding Childe's situation is indeed one of the goals of this trip. As we are both diplomats from Snezhnaya, as well as Fatui Harbingers, Childe and I have always been colleagues. Were anything to happen in Fontaine, each of us would serve as the other's attorney to resolve the issue. So now, in my capacity as his attorney, I request that Childe be turned over to Snezhnaya. We have a responsibility to cooperate with Fontaine and resolve what has happened to him together.
The rules governing attorneys only apply before a trial has concluded. Since a verdict has already been rendered, we see the case as settled. I apologize for being unable to grant your request.
An outright refusal. Very well. I respect all the rules of Fontaine's courts, just as I respect you as Chief Justice. Okay, why don't we back up a step? You don't need to transfer Childe to us. I only request to enter the fortress of Meripede to see Childe and confirm his condition.
She's gonna break him out.
It's not like you couldn't even manage to fulfill a simple request like that. Right, Miss Farina?
About that.
The fortress of Meripede has always been completely autonomous. Even we have no authority to interfere there, and diplomatic issues do not suffice as an excuse. However, if you absolutely must confirm the situation of the Harbinger, I have a proposal.
Oh, don't tell me that involves us.
The knave showed up already? Well, Linny did say that father will be returning soon. We didn't even know that Lenny was from the House of the Hearth at the time, so we kinda overlooked that information.
The name won't be easy to deal with.
Yes, thank you for your kind advice. I'm well aware of the situation.
Yeah, the child was a pushover compared to the knave, probably.
I also noticed that Lady Farina acts a little odd and unnatural whenever I bring up matters related to the knave.
Because they know each other?
Could the knave be threatening Lady Farina or something?
If that were the case, then why wouldn't Lady Farina inform me? And what means could the knave possibly have to twist the arm of an Archon?
So maybe that's not very likely. Even though Farina can act a little weird at times, she's still an Archon.
In reality, this problem is even more thorny than it appears. According to reports from the fortress of Meropide, Childe recently disappeared under mysterious circumstances.
Did he escape?
The details are still unclear. We cannot rule out an escape, but there have also been no reports of him outside of the fortress of Meropide. Special guards oversee the fortress, and its internal systems are extensive. Combined with the special characteristics of the surrounding terrain, an escape should not be possible. I suspect that there's something else behind Childe's disappearance. I was only willing to share this information with you because you are friends of Childe, and it is my duty to see justice done.
We're not exactly friends,
So
more like
this is
frenemies.
what you wanted to see us about before.
Yes. I would like you to go to the fortress of Meropide and investigate Childe's disappearance. This was my proposal during our meeting with the knave. Rather than allowing her to intervene, I offered to send someone to find out about Childe's situation and report back to her in detail. The knave did not seem satisfied by my proposal, but she still agreed to go along with it for the time being. Her words were, "We will talk more once we have that report."
So that means we bought ourselves some time.
But why do you want us to go? Wouldn't it be more convenient to have an official from Fontaine to do it?
Firstly, you're already acquainted with Childe. Your eyes may discern relevant details there that others would miss. And secondly, is the consideration of the unique nature of the fortress of Meropide.
Isn't it just Fontaine's prison?
I would not define it so crudely. The fortress of Meropide is not affiliated with the court system of Fontaine on paper. It has always existed as an autonomous entity.
How so?
Early in Fontaine's history, criminals were punished with exile, not imprisonment. Even today, sentences against convicted criminals still include exile, just as before. The fortress of Meropide may seem like a prison, but it should in fact be regarded as a gathering place for exiles. All we do is dispatch guards to keep watch and help maintain security, but we have no right to get involved with any other matters. Although I do have a personal relationship with the administrator there, neither myself nor the courts have the right to be directly involved with the investigation, no matter how serious the grounds.
No, I just find it weird, and the armor feels kind of ugly.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. That's why you need us to conduct our own
When are we
investigation
shaping
as
to
a third party,
something
right?
more like your grandmother Fei Xiao? Kind of to honor her at least. You are related.
Correct. I will arrange false charges against you so that you may secretly investigate inside the fortress during your detention. This will save us a lot of unnecessary trouble. So,
Wait, what?
Are you two willing to accept my proposal?
So you're sending us to prison, a matter of speaking. Since you're in such a tough spot.
Yeah, no matter how you look at it, it seems we're the best choice. Alright, we hereby accept this difficult task. Reluctantly.
You two have my sincere thanks. This matter is of critical importance to Fontaine's current situation. Also, I hope that both of you can keep this operation a secret. We will rendezvous at the Fortress of Merope's entrance on Eraneus once you've prepared yourselves. I will arrange for someone to take you inside.
Prepared ourselves? Is there something we need to prepare?
Perhaps you could enjoy a good meal and have a nice bath. I'm afraid that living conditions inside the fortress are nothing like those on the outside world.
I can believe that.
Right! Even though we'll be there on trumped up charges, we'll be in prison for real.
You just realized that, Paimon.
On second thought, is it too late to back out?
Didn't even consider the fact we'd be prisoners. We agree, Paimon. Just accept it.
Please do not worry. Since you are sacrificing both your time and quality of life for the sake of delivering this report, you will be compensated according to the highest standards permitted to legal staff, regardless of the outcome.
Honorable, this is not about bounty hunting. You guys just care about the money. You don't care who the target is.
Now that's more like it. Come on, traveler, let's go eat the best meal we can find. We'll eat so much that we won't need to eat another meal for a whole month. Your treat.
Are you leaving now? In that case, please take this cake as a token of my personal gratitude.
Ooh, cake!
Oh, no need to thank me for it. Just be sure to enjoy it.
Well, we still can. Anything for me to take in here? No. Cat's having a nice little meal now. Hopefully, this isn't really enough for it. Guess we're having a little cake over there. Wait, did I ever buy everything from here? Oh, never mind, I won't get you check.
Paimon will have that, and that. Oh, and one of those too. No Fanta, thank you.
Sure a lot. Didn't you just finish eating that cake that Novelette gave us?
That cake was pretty good. But as soon as Paimon remembered that we were about to go to prison, Paimon's stomach suddenly became completely empty.
If you know what you are, I might as well stick with your grandma Fei Xiao. So you are quite a lot like her.
Now that Paimon thinks about it, we've always been super careful ever since we arrived in Fontaine.
Please.
Just to avoid breaking any strange laws
Hey,
here.
and there's your entire armies. Those are the most dangerous abominations in the galaxy.
Here we are, about to willingly send ourselves off to the Fortress of Meropede. Maybe this is what they call fate. Let's just try our best to investigate everything quickly once we get there. Paimon doesn't want to stay in prison too long.
Oh, what is that I hear? Is it the taste of a breaking story?
Of course,
You
Charlotte
can't
had to.
hear a taste. And what are you doing here, Charlotte?
Oh, don't remind me. I invited an eyewitness to a case to eat here, and I was planning to get some great material out of him. But he didn't even show up.
What is it, Mittens?
Calm down, calm down.
This is nothing new. As a journalist, you should be used to this by now. And as long as you can score some juicy tidbits from the traveler, you might still be able to recover the cost of the meal.
You know we can still hear you, Charlotte.
Her expression.
Never mind. It's nothing. I just heard you mention the Fortress of Meripede. You didn't commit a crime, did you? Please tell me all about it.
No way! We would never! We're just going there to... Oh no, Paimon almost forgot that Neverlet told us to keep it a secret!
Huh? You're being arrested for that? Oh. But now that I think about it, I suppose that's not completely unreasonable. That's pretty despicable. Almost as offensive as committing theft.
You mean Paimon really did something that serious?
See, I told you, Paimon. You didn't even think of anything of it at the time.
Sorry, Paimon really messed up.
Well, in that case, it's nothing particularly newsworthy after all. Oh, how disappointing. Oh, right. There's still a chance. Since you're going to be at the Fortress of Meripede, would you be willing to help me gather some material for a story?
About that, Paimon doesn't think we'll have any time.
Oh, it's nothing difficult. All you have to do is think of a way to get some time face to face with the warden of the fortress. He was awarded the honorary title of Duke in Fontaine. Sounds really cool, huh? Only those who have made significant contributions to the nation have been conferred this title. It's incredibly rare. On top of that, the Fortress of Meripede has never been under the jurisdiction of the courts. Practically nobody, including journalists like me, knows anything about the person in charge there. Oh, if I could write an exclusive article about him, I bet it would sell a boatload of papers.
You make it sound easy, but it really depends.
Of course. I wouldn't ask you to do it for free. So this meal is on me.
Alright, you got a deal. We'll do anything you want.
Oh, come on. Paimon, seriously? You do anything for food.
Then it's settled. The food should be here any second, right? Huh? Wait, just how much did you order?
A lot. Yeah, she probably has regrets now.
Well, guess we have nothing to regret now, so let's get going.
I had no idea you could eat so much. That didn't go according to plan. Please, please, don't forget about the material for my news article.
Wait. Paimon just said something really ominous, didn't she?
Maybe. Right. Can I buy everything from here? Yeah, I got the recipes from here. Where am I going? Oh, to the opera of the place. Epic class. Depends if it's legal. I don't want to get chewed up by the genie one again. Wait, going to the back? Oop. Oh, how in the nine devils would I get up there? I don't think I can climb all the way up there. It's really high. Oop, nearly ran off. I can try at least. never mind.
Alright, Nervalect, we're ready. Is this where the entrance is?
You have come, just as promised. Yes, this is the one and only entrance to the fortress of Meripede from Irenaeus. Careful. You may want to step back a bit.
Ooh, so you have to go down from here? Is the prison underwater?
Utilizing both the barrier of the water as well as the fear humans have of the depths, the fortress of Meripede is naturally the perfect place to confine and guard criminals. But do not worry. It is not nearly as frightening inside as you may think. You will see for yourselves once you are down there.
And speak for yourself. You've not been down there as a prisoner, probably. You've only been there in your job.
Paimon hopes you're right. Don't know about you, but just thinking about being at the bottom of the sea like that gives Paimon the heebie-jeebies.
Oh, and there's one more thing. I mentioned that I have had personal dealings with the administrator of the fortress, Wriothesley. He's a very shrewd fellow.
How so?
Yeah, we heard about him too. He's that Duke, right?
Correct. He is the highest-ranking manager of the underwater prison. Even though you are going there to investigate at my behest, it would behoove you to avoid any confrontation with him or any of his subordinates.
Then you not notify him?
The Duke rarely ever leaves the fortress of Meripede, but that does not mean he is not privy to all that is happening inside and outside the fortress. He is quiet, but not unaware, so please bear that in mind.
Precisely. I'll keep that in mind.
All right. That's about all the time that we have to talk privately. I'm counting on you two.
Don't worry, we won't let you down.
Good. Madeline.
I know, don't you get bored?
I'm here, Monsieur Nervalet. These two are the newest convicts, I presume? Don't worry, they won't escape on my watch.
Like we would try.
Please follow me, you two. I'll process your paperwork for entering the fortress of Meripede.
You're gonna owe me a big one here, newbie. Insane depths. Give me the crown, this made. Parts of the following quests become occupied. This cannot be made on an occupied quest. Eventual quest. I don't have any here. And choose to continue. I don't see any that's unfinished here. There's another one behind me. Ah, there it is. That's an odd name for someone. Remember that that's way up there. Dang it. I'll have to remember myself.
what it feels like to be a criminal in Fontaine.
You two seem to be taking this pretty well. It's rare to see convicts in such a good mood.
Oh, I've already seen one down here as well. I don't see it though. Something's over here. Well, what do we have here?
Oh, it's you, Madeline. Why'd they make you make the trip down here today?
Monsieur Nervalet personally requested I escort these two convicts. I suppose he was concerned others might not be up to the task.
Well now, aren't you the lucky one? Must be nice to be on good terms with the big shots like the Chief Justice. The only people I get to see every day are the new inmates.
Well, have you tried service with a smile? Who knows, it might help your professional reputation.
Yeah, right. As if. Every criminal comes through here looking miserable. How can I smile with such a toxic work environment? And even if I did smile at them, the convicts would probably just think that I'm some freak getting some kind of twisted enjoyment from their pain.
What I mean, if we don't bother him, then he can bother us.
Oh, she's got a point.
Well, I've finished transferring you. You two will register here, and Marette will guide you through the remaining procedures.
Yep, I'll take it from here. You head on back to that bright and sunny world above. Okay, let me see. You are the Traveler and Paimon, correct?
That would be us!
Let me confirm your charges and sentence. Let's see. You two are charged with eating a cake specially prepared for the Archon by a Snezhnayan envoy without the Archon's permission, thereby incapacitating the political center of Fontaine for a brief period. Sentence, 45 days?
Seriously? Oh, come on, Nuvi, you bastard! Hey, thank you for the follow there. Docs? I don't buy followers, if that's what you're implying there, Docs. I don't do that sort of thing. I don't approve of that sort of practice. Yeah, you're the one to talk there, Vicar. You're the one with the blaster. How would I handle this? Hello there, friend. Thank you for helping with the robots.
Huh? Wait, you mean the cake that Nervalet gave us was...
Just looking at the charges, it seems you two are capable of causing some serious trouble. And considering how fond Lady Furina is of sweets, this crime is tantamount to trying to assassinate the Hydro Archon herself.
You have an eye for criminals.
Now I've seen everything. Anyway, we still need to finish processing you before you can enter the Fortress of Meripede.
I don't really have concept why Skywalker will even be there. Well, is it? I'm Skywalker, and no, I ain't giving you anything. Also, kid, learn some manners. So even Boba Fett had more decency than you, kiddo.
Please stand in front of the board over there. I'll take your mug shots with my camera.
Oh, all right. But be sure to catch Paimon's good side.
She's blinking. She didn't complain about the blinking.
And we're done. Thank you for your cooperation. Next, someone will be along to guide you inside the fortress. Please be sure to cherish this opportunity for rebirth.
Sure, but he was never obvious about those sort of things.
Rebirth?
Not unless directly asked about it.
Be here for 45 days.
You two are the new inmates, right? Follow me.
Oh, okay. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Save it. Not like I'll remember your names. Move it.
But then eventually still get those what's it called in Hydroculus. This is right beneath where I am.
So, are you one of the guards here?
Well, here I got you. You might want
Is there anything we should be careful of while we're here?
Turning a person chooses to surrender their weapon. That's already asking for trouble there, kid. You might want to ask Boa for lessons.
Did Paimon already ask something she wasn't supposed to?
Why should I tell you anything? What's in it for me?
Something like a guard. Why were you sent to bring this?
This is exactly why I can't stand you fish. I wouldn't even be doing this if it weren't for the credit coupons.
Credit coupons?
Alright, seeing as you're not the annoying kind that's getting dragged in here crying and blubbering, I guess I can tell you a few things. But next time, it'll cost you some coupons. Mora means nothing here. Here, we use credit coupons. Coupons can get you almost anything in the Fortress of Meripede. Desires? Fulfilled. You want power? No problem. Coupons can even change fate itself.
So, credit coupons are a currency that can only be used here?
It's not as simple as that. Like Moret said, everyone gets a chance at rebirth. No matter how much money or power you had before, it means nothing once you set foot inside the Fortress of Meripede. You have to start over and earn your coupons. Everyone starts from the same place, and you have a chance at a new, less terrible life.
I believe you, kid. I'm more here to destroy the labs and stop this sort of nonsense experiment. You look for what you're looking for. And get out of here fast. I plan to blow this place up.
I guess that's the real purpose of the coupons. They symbolize true fairness and true justice. And this is also exactly why so many criminals choose not to return to the outside world, even after they've served their sentence.
Oh, so that's what the Fortress of Meripede is like. Huh. Paimon was under the impression that it'd be more like a prison.
Oh, and what is that?
It certainly ain't all sunshine and roses here, but it's also not the worst place to be. You'd better take a good look at the scenery now. It'll be the last chance you get for a while. After being away from the sunlight for so long, even the terrifying depths of the sea start to feel like home. It just stops feeling oppressive, you know? Oh, I'm actually an inmate like you two. Welcoming newcomers is a job I've picked up to earn some extra coupons.
Ever seen a harbor June from Nesnaya?
Why aren't you answering us again?
I've told you enough for free. Any more info is gonna cost you.
So all you care about is Mora! Wait, no. Coupons?
Almost there. It's down through here. Your turn to give it a try.
Give what a try. At least I'm not really locked from co-op. I'll have a quick look around. Nothing. Then you can swim. Could there be something underneath the water? I don't see anything underneath it. There it is. It should be dead. Oh, you're talking about his clone. This clone technology that they stole from Camino. The real Django's still very much dead. There were a lot of clones made of Django's DNA, so that's why they seek out his DNA so much.
Just how deep down are we?
It's like a metaphor for your previous life, isn't it?
Our lives weren't that bad.
Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Ina's...
Oh, shut up, movie.
So this is the actual entrance to the Fortress of Meripede? Huh. It looks like there are other new arrivals, too. Oh, they sure don't look happy. Maybe we look too relaxed for fresh convicts.
I've been seeing something sad. You're probably the only one who doesn't fit in.
Oh, right. We're on someone else's territory now. We need to think of a good way to act like criminals to get by. If we're discovered, even Neuvillette might not be able to rescue us.
If we ever get out, then maybe we'd become criminals for real.
Hey! Don't scare Paimon! Oh, Paimon's not ready for all this.
Look, I don't really know you, and I have no idea what kind of crime you committed, but... You wouldn't have happened to anger someone important, did you?
unimportant? Paimon doesn't think so. Wait, why are you suddenly trying to talk to us now?
Now's not the time to worry about that. Anyway, it's over there, so you just go on over there by yourselves. I've done my job, so...
What was that all about? Wait a second. Are there usually so many Garderex around here?
Apparently not. Does this mean that
They're already onto us?
get ready to fight?
Prisoners numbers 7459 and 7560. Welcome. Oh, no need to be anxious. These Gardemex aren't here to attack you. In fact, they're here as your honor guard.
How so?
When I heard that you were friends of Monsieur Neuvillette, I had the Gardemex come and wait in formation.
Wait, you know about our connection with Neuvillette?
The seafloor isn't as cut off from the world as you might imagine. However, I'm afraid that I know nothing more than that you are friends of the Udex. And as you can see, committing a crime means being sentenced here, even if you're friends with the Chief Justice. Quite fair.
So you must be...
The Duke! Greetings, Your Grace. Lovely weather today, isn't it?
Oh, greetings, my good fellow. Well, I'm willing to imagine that the weather is as good outside the sea as you say it is. How great it would have been if only the Fortress of Meripede had been built on the coast, huh? It would have been so convenient to enjoy a nice chat in the sunshine.
Nothing I can't handle.
My profuse apologies. I just got so nervous when I saw you,
So this is the Duke. He sure looks a lot younger than Paimon imagined.
The Traveler and Paimon, correct? Mr. Deacon here was responsible for your welcome. I trust you were satisfied with his guidance?
It was okay. So they could use some work.
Outstanding. Well, Deacon, I recall we discussed fate during our last work meeting, I believe that fate will reward all those who take every aspect of their work in life seriously.
That's trying to make
When
a
you
new
return
friend.
to your bunk, you'll find the guards have issued some extra credit coupons to you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Your Grace. Oh, and you too. I can't believe you gave me such praise. If you need anything in the future, anything, please, come find me anytime. No credit coupons necessary.
Well, I believe that concludes the introductions. We've already taken enough time here. Deacon, if you would.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take my leave now.
Please, follow me. To make you feel more welcome, I'll show you around the various facilities of the Fortress of Meripede. I hope it'll help you adjust to life here.
Hopefully there's portals down here.
He's going to personally give us a cure? Huh. Paimon can't figure out what this guy's thinking at all.
Let's just roll with for now. I hope he doesn't know too much already.
No wonder Charlotte's so interested in him. He's one of those mysterious types. Alright, let's keep up with him.
Don't see any portals. One, isn't it weird? Quick look around. Oh wait, there's one portal somewhere right above me. I guess I'll go near it real soon, hopefully. Probably I find weapons down here.
there's no need to be so reserved. The label of criminal is nothing but one of many identities, and being criminally inclined here at the fortress is just one of many ways to survive.
Is it really okay for the warden to think like that? We're real criminals, you know. What if we're too difficult to handle?
Well, then maybe you'll be able to carve out a name and a place for yourselves in this underwater world, But before you go in swinging, please remember that in the Fortress of Meripede, it's better to not cause trouble for yourself or for the guards. Now, we've arrived at a very important place, the Coupon Cafeteria. You can come here and claim one welfare meal each day.
Welfare meal? You mean it doesn't cost anything?
That's right. Criminals are essential to Fortress operations, so we must guarantee that they at least have the basic means to survive.
But that's not how it was. Back in the day, it cost you credit coupons just to get a cup of water here. For fish like you who just arrived with nothing, you'd have to go to work hungry until you earned enough coupons to eat. It was only after His Grace became the administrator that we got the free meal rule. Now everyone gets a square meal every day, even no-good slackers who've never picked up a wrench in their whole lives. Nobody starves to death here.
In the Fortress of Meripede, credit coupons are the only currency, and everything must be purchased. In some sense, you could say using the coupons is a form of trade. But trade is always conducted by people. So if we want trade here to prosper, we need everyone to work hard and live their lives. If nobody could even afford a meal, then the whole fortress would be up in arms. That would only make things more difficult for me. So, rather than saying that we're giving everyone a free meal here, you should say that everyone's hard work has improved the living conditions in the Fortress of Meripede.
Your Grace's reasoning is correct, but what I said is also true. Whatever the case, hard work is rewarded here. You'd be hard-pressed to find anywhere else as fair and reasonable.
Right! Paimon sees your point. By that logic, this place doesn't seem so bad after all. Oh, wait, no. We shouldn't drop our guard so quickly. But it seems the inmates really respect the Duke because of his attitude, right?
Well, we probably haven't seen all the
try to
other.
verify the truth with our own eyes.
I mean, we haven't seen him fight or anything.
Let's continue this way.
And the concepts of clones.
This place is known as the Pancration Ring. Sometimes we have criminals who have more energy than they know what to do with. Their daily work alone isn't enough of an outlet for them. So, instead of leaving them to their own devices, we've provided them with this dedicated venue. This way, nobody will get involved unless they want to be.
Pancration matches? And you can earn extra coupons? Oh, what do you think, Traveler? Interested?
But I must warn you that your sentence will be extended if you fail to restrain yourself and end up seriously injuring or killing your opponent.
Seems you know too well. Okay, so pass.
So, did you set this place up too?
No, actually. I just granted approval for the organizer to use this area to build the ring, and I collect a portion of the proceeds in return. Of course, the fees are also quite useful.
Oh. You mind if we ask what they're used for?
Sure. Ensuring personal safety, maintaining the arena, and resolving any conflicts that arise. Why? Are you interested in how to manage a pancration ring?
Seems like you want to pass the personality to someone else.
I was just wondering if that's how you paid for everyone's welfare meals.
A reasonable guess. I see you have a talent for entrepreneurship.
Oh, you hear that? Paimon has a talent! So we can start a business here?
That is something you can discuss between yourselves later. Let's move on for now.
He's gonna do something sort of to scare Paimon and try to scare the traveler in some way, shape, or form. More elevators. Hopefully this one actually takes me to a portal. Let's think about it. I knew it. Claim him from here. Oh. Well, I can unlock a new one. That way, I can recover that key. Oh, that's the only one I unlocked. Just Lenny's. Wait, just Lenny's? Not Lynette's yet? Huh. Oh, God damn it, there's a key binding problem. Oh wait, did I switch everything here? No, I did not. Oh, this is the new quest. And the new boss, which is probably the dedicated one to her. Honestly, I totally don't want to, but I am starting to get real tired right now. I don't know why. I am starting to feel like really sleepy. Maybe because I kind of overdid it yesterday, and I have to get up really early today. I'll make a law on this. Only 2 wishes. Oh, alright. I got my stuff here. All my Twitch drops. Alright, because I got Candace. I'm not changing it. I'm happy with what I've got. Oh yeah, I'm just going to cause the joint right now. I am starting to feel really sleepy. Honestly, I'm actually gonna leave it there tonight. I'm sorry that I am doing it, cutting it short right now. I just feel way too tired right now all of a sudden. I need to get some sleep. I do need to get up early tomorrow anyway, so I'd rather get a decent night's worth sleep. Probably because I am a little bit stressed out of my keyboard problem right now, because the whole key merging thing that's going on right now. I need to figure out how to fix that. I'm gonna try opening it up, cleaning it, and hopefully that works. I know to some people it did work, cleaning it, opening it, and removing things that you might have not known it was inside. And hopefully that works. Otherwise I might need to switch to my old keyboard or buy a new one entirely. We'll see. Anyways, that is gonna be it for tonight's stream. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope to see you all next time. Good night, everyone. Bye bye.